scored a game. So look, been a very good goalkeeper, been a very, very good goalkeeper in terms of the level he's played at, and I'm sure he'll be looking to keep a clean sheet here today to put one over on us.
McHale on the edge of the penalty area, spreads it across towards the left hand side of the box, and the shot comes in and it hits the side netting. Eddie Jones with a shot away there. Didn't ask any questions of Louis Gray, and goes behind for the goal kick.
Well, they've done really well. It's a great move, well worked on a switch. It's the fullback that's ended up getting the shot away. But how on earth hasn't he worked the target? Louis Gray's actually shown him too much at the near post, and he's got his shot away to hit the side netting. That is a real missed opportunity.
Declan Weeks spreads the ball forward. Astley's going to chase this inside the right channel into the penalty area. Astley 1-on-1 with Russ Griffiths, and he slides it through his legs into the goal. And Chester take the lead here inside the 8th minute, and it's Chester 1, Telford 0. Josh Astley the man with the goal.
Meppen Walters exposed massively. So it was a discussion we were having on Monday in terms of the way Chorley set up and went after our midfield, that if they're going to ask their midfield line to jump onto ours, if they're going to ask their front line to work against ours, they're going to have to ask their back line to step up. And you look there, that was just a mismatch in terms of a race that he's got away. He's got several furlongs away from Meppen Walters and sort of slid it. It's a great finish.
And it'll be another Telford throw on this halfway line, on this near side. Jones back to Meppen Walter, lets that ball roll across him, and then touches it across now to his centre-back partner, Theo Street.
Again, you can see on this near side trying to create that 2v1 up against Kev Roberts, Jones and McHale. He's gone right the way out, and it's great until possession breaks down here. Look, once again, 1v1.
Cross to John Johnson now, just to the right of the edge of the penalty area. Johnston with a shot on goal, just trying to catch Russ Griffiths out at his near post, and it's just off target from John Johnston, goes behind for the goal kick.
Just opportunity at the counter that Jones is being asked to go so high in possession for Telford that what he's being asked to do on the recovery run is difficult. So as much as he might get opportunities, he's potentially really going to expose Meppen Walters. 1-on-1
here now with Louis Gray, and he's tries to lift it over Louis Gray, who's lifted that right arm of his nice and high above his head, and he's touched that ball behind for the first corner of the afternoon, or second corner of the afternoon, sorry, for Telford.
Every time we go to say something, Phil, there's a shot on goal. What an opening, like 12 minutes or so. I say this with my Chester hat on as well, but you would look at us and you'd be trying to target us from sets just because of the personnel in terms of bodies, that we aren't going to be able to put 4 or 5 markers on the pitch. They've now had 5 opportunities to put a corner in the box and not once have tried to do anything that creates an aerial duel.
Morden now on the far side. He's got time to take this ball into the Telford half. He's racing down that far side with possession. Skips it over one defender. Goes into the penalty area to Dudley with his back to goal. Turns, gets a shot away. Just couldn't get the conviction behind that one, and it trickles through to Russ Griffiths. Indeed, as Meppen Walters now across to Walker. Eddie Jones. McHale. Flips this one forward. McHale now bringing it towards the edge of the Chester penalty. Shifts it in field onto his right foot. Rolls it out to the right hand side. The shot comes in and it's fired. It's smashed over the crossbar behind for a goal kick.
Fouls shall be given, and I don't understand that. Just tell him he's rubbish, call him a name politely, and then move on.
Weeks now, midway inside the Telford half. Goes out to the left hand side to Josh Astley. Forces Astley further out to that touchline. Into Jamie Morden. Tries to get the shot away on the edge of the box. It's blocked by the first man. Now the shot does come in, and Russ Griffiths wasn't too sure where that one was going, and it's just gone over the bar behind for a goal kick.
Why not? When you are George Glendon, you've got the licence to do that if that's what you'd like to do. If you want to flick the ball up and hit it on the full from 20 yards and your name is George Glendon, you can do it. Great attempt, great bravery. Their ideas, the patterns into something to trouble a goal. Otherwise, at the moment, they're only really affecting it in 2/3 of the pitch.
Louis Gray launches one high and long into the Telford half, headed away by Meppen Walters. Lee Vaughan touches it infield to Byrne. Now Bond tries to squeeze the ball back through to Lee Vaughan on the right hand side, and it's a Chester free kick here. The players are absolutely incensed. Now, just to play a little bit of devil's advocate, there's some pushing and shoving going on here, but the free kick in itself, the Chester man is still down. They've both gone in fairly heavily. From our angle, we're literally kind of directly behind it. It looked... I'm always scared to say, but it almost looked a 50-50 challenge.
Oh, it's a red card.
There is a red card.
there must be more to it that we can see from here, which, look, just is the vantage point. You're not high enough up, let's be honest.
We literally stood on the halfway line. The free kick, or the foul, was on the halfway line, directly behind it.
It'd be interesting to see it back. I suppose the camera's going to see it.
Which Andy Bond was looking to take quickly. Eventually goes up the touchline. Morgan touches it forward. Askew can't get there. It's cleared away by Byrne. And that's all the way through to Louis Gray.
It's just hard to get a press on with 10 men, isn't it? Really, really difficult. And you can see, look, as we end up opening them up.
Askew, left side of the penalty area. Askew fires one into goal. It's parried behind by Russ Griffiths.
When McHale played the one inside there, if he'd taken it on his back foot, he could have just played out one more time. We'd got really, really narrow that side, so almost his touch has let him down. It meant he's committed to only being able to work the ball this side or get the shot away when the best option looked to be out the far side.
Roberts on the far side. Sends the ball down the touchline. Johnston. Low cross in, and Declan Weeks will just sweep that ball home into the back of the net. It doubles the Blues' advantage here, and it's Chester 2, Telford 0.
Great goal, great team goal in terms of the ball worked out that side.
Telford have 2 changes ready to come on. Davis just shifts the ball away from Morgan, gets the cross in, falls to McHale, touches it back towards Byrne on the edge of the penalty area. The shot is blocked into the air. Morgan nods it away. Now Glendon spreads it in field towards Declan Weeks. He's got Waring to his left, Elliott to his right. He goes out towards Elliott on the far side. Elliott's got time to bring this ball onto his left foot, edge of the penalty area. Elliott shoots and it's saved again by Russ Griffiths, and it falls to Andy Bond and now Adam Walker. Telford throw taken quickly back to Adam Walker. Now Bond tries to push it forwards. Now Waring, Dudley, Glendon now, just finding a little bit of pocket to run into. Low ball forward towards Danny Elliott, who's going to have to do all the work himself or hold up possession. Brilliant. Good ball out to the right hand side. Johnston's been forced a lot wider than he would have liked, but he's out by the corner flag now. Back to Weeks. Flicks it forward to Dudley, back into the path of Declan Weeks. Now Dudley fires one into the back of the net, and there is the 3rd goal for the Blues. A beautiful move forward from Chester, and it's Chester 3, Telford 0. To Johnston. I've said this to you before about youngsters, Calum, but wearing with the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Youngsters could sometimes be forgiven, certainly coming from Premier League and Champions League champions.
We have not loaned a player from the Champions League for a long time.
Johnston, far side of the penalty area, brings the ball into the box, gets around his man, gets a shot away, and it's spilt by Russ Griffiths, and Telford clear it away. So will you be able to get your hands on socks?
Yeah, 24-hour Asda down the corner from me. Be dripping in them, pal.
Ball into the penalty area, it's headed away, falls to Mepham Walters, who shoots. It's touched away by Louis Gray, and it's gone behind for another Telford corner kick.
Good to turn my phone off.
I just won't pass the microphone to him for the last minute. Chester breaking away though. Glendon spreads the ball out towards Johnston, right hand side, shifts it, ball in field, and it's a great recovery there from Theo Street, who is clearly shaking off that knock, and the referee will say that is the final action of the afternoon. It has finished here at the Deva Stadium. Chester 3, AFC Telford 0. Callum, your thoughts on those 90 minutes?
Good win, important win. 6 from 9 over the 3 festive fixtures, going into another big one on Tuesday night, an opportunity to go 9 from 12, and obviously the back-to-back wins that are difficult to come by. I think people underestimate there the importance of being able to turn in 6 points over the course of 3 or 4 days and how important that is. So it just sets the opportunity up. If you'd have looked at the bank holiday fixtures, the Christmas doubleheader, you'd have looked at this as a real challenge, and I think the manner in which the lads have stepped up and got 6 points in the 2 games at Telford, I think that must be, in terms of where the fixture's gone, our first opportunity to do the double over someone, and that's important because it just gives you that, particularly when it's a side who will be competing for, or be attempting to compete for similar sort of rewards as you are at the end of the season. They'll be delighted. So massive well done, and a really credible performance, I think, and again an important clean sheet.